Prime Minister's Cup at primary level next year. PM leaves for Malaysia tomorrow. No TISA deal in China. Bangladesh not to be affected if supports US. Ambassador. Those were the headlines. Good evening. I'm Shahzan Hassan with English Bulletin. Prime Minister's Cup football tournament to be introduced at the primary school level from next year. Gold Cup tournament will also be introduced at the secondary level this year. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman made the remark in his address as chief guest to the event of the final of the primary school Gold Cup tournament at Army Stadium on Saturday afternoon. He called upon the students to play international standard important role. It is the youths who are capable of modern and dignified country, he added. No deal or memorandum of understanding on TISA master plan will be signed during Prime Minister Tariq Rahman's China tour. However, there will be talks on coordinated river management. Foreign Secretary Asad Alam Siam made the disclosure at an official press conference on Prime Minister's Malaysia and China visit at the Foreign Office on Saturday. The Foreign Secretary said Prime Minister will visit Malaysia Sunday and Monday. The Prime Minister will hold meeting with Malaysia's Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. From Malaysia, he will fly to Beijing on Monday. Prime Minister will pass a busy schedule attending different events during his 4-day tour to China. He will have meeting with Chinese Prime Minister Li Qiang on Thursday and President Xi Jinping on Friday. Bangladesh will not be affected if the country supports US. US Ambassador to Bangladesh Brent Christensen made the remark while talking to the journalists after meeting Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman. The US Ambassador met the Foreign Minister at the Foreign Office on Saturday prior to Prime Minister Tariq Rahman's China tour. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman will begin his Malaysia and China tour on Sunday. Just day before the starting of the tour, Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman passed a busy day at his office even on Saturday. The ambassador of US, UK, Sweden and Japan paid courtesy call on him. After meeting the Foreign Minister, the US ambassador said US won their Saturday's World Cup match. He said he sought support for US team from the Foreign Minister. BNP has not kept words given to the nation. Leader of the opposition and Amir of Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, made the remark in his address to a divisional rally of 11-party alliance at Khulna Circuit House on Saturday. The rally is part of 11 parties' program to realize the demands of implementation of referendum mandate, elimination of people's sufferings and controlling commodity price. BNP never believed in one-party rule. Minister for Local Government and Rural Development and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir made the remark while talking to the journalists after offering Fatiha at the grave of July martyrs at North Islampur graveyard in Munchiganj town on Saturday. He expressed optimism about boosting of ties and progress in expansion of labour market during Prime Minister's Malaysia tour. Earlier, the LGRD minister inspected and inaugurated different projects and exchanged views on the development pace at the Circuit House. Documents of the case have been sent to United Arab Emirates for extradition of former IGP Benazir Ahmed, arrested in Dubai. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed made the disclosure while handing over awards to some policemen for their outstanding contribution in maintaining law and order of the country. He said the lack of confidence of the people on police created after August 5 got changed soon after the new government took charge of the country. Talking on Awam League's program on June 23, the Home Minister said police will take action if a party that is now banned from activities tries to destabilize the country. Now, a short break. We'll be back soon with US envoy leaves for Iran talks in Switzerland. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Dhaka wants to inaugurate third terminal of Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport on December 16. The concerned Japanese firm will complete the works of the third terminal within the stipulated time. Japan's ambassador to Bangladesh, Saida Shinichi, made the disclosure after paying courtesy call on Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman and State Minister for Civil Aviation and Tourism, M. Rashiduzzaman Millah. Now news around the world. US envoy Steve Witkoff is traveling to Switzerland for technical talks with Iran. President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is also expected to join, US official has confirmed. This came while Iran Deputy Foreign Minister Saeed Khatibzadeh echoed the warnings US must ensure Israel abides by MOU's terms and ends Lebanon attack if they want to continue the diplomatic process with Iran. Saeed noted Tehran ready to move forward step by step if the other party demonstrates same seriousness. Although ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon was renewed Friday, at least 16 people were killed in Saturday's Israeli airstrikes in southern Lebanon. Israel's fresh fighting with Lebanon and Hezbollah sparked fears that US-Iran agreement aimed at ending hostilities and reopening the Strait of Hormuz could unravel. US President Donald Trump is shifting focus to North Korean nuclear program after striking preliminary agreement with Iran aimed at ending Middle Eastern conflict. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung said recently. Myung made the remarks following his meeting with Trump during G7 summit in France. Speaking to reporters in Seoul, Myung said Trump told him time had come to pay attention to North Korea issue. He told Trump North Korea's military cooperation with Russia amid Ukraine war had weakened the impact of sanctions and pressure over the nuclear program. Even limited assistance from Russia will significantly bolster Pyongyang. Besides, Myung wrote on X their talks included subjects related to peace in the Korean Peninsula and US-South Korea relations and resulted in significant progress. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Prime Minister's Cup at primary level next year. PM leaves for Malaysia tomorrow, no TISA deal in China. Bangladesh not to be affected if supports US, ambassador. US envoys leave for Iran talks in Switzerland. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.